Steny Hoy.
Gentleman from Maryland is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. The gentleman who just spoke previously on the other side of the aisle is wrong. And he misstates the position of the Democratic Party. Indeed, he misstates the need for this bill. There is no court case that's pending that has shunted this aside of articulation of under God. In fact, the Supreme Court said the litigant didn't have standing. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I believe that our Pledge of Allegiance, with its use of the phrase, "one nation under God," is entirely consistent with our nation's cultural and historic traditions. I also believe that the United States District Court in Sacramento in September of 2005, holding that use of this phrase as unconstitutional, is wrong. I want the gentleman to hear me. I believe the decision was wrong. As a matter of fact, as the gentleman knows, 383 people on the floor of this House, overwhelming numbers of Democrats and Republicans, said it was wrong. The gentleman may recall that resolution. But this court-stripping bill is not necessary. In fact, the Department of Justice is seeking to overturn the district court's decision. For political reasons, the other side of the aisle does not want to allow the judicial procedure to continue as our founding fathers perceived it to be in the best interest of our nation, a nation of laws. Yet today, with this radical court-stripping bill, our Republican friends completely overreact to this lone district court decision, which I believe is clearly likely to be overturned. This legislation would bar a federal court, including the Supreme Court, from reviewing any claim that challenges the recitation of the pledge on First Amendment grounds. If we are a nation of laws, we must be committed to allowing courts to decide what the law is. I have an additional minute. Let us be clear, this bill is an unnecessary and, I believe, probably unconstitutional. It would contradict the principle of Marbury versus Madison, intrude on the principles of separation of powers, degrade our independent federal judiciary, which, by the way, is a pattern of the majority party that is constantly wanting to undermine the judiciary. It is an end run. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, the House should not be spending its time today addressing a single federal court decision that should be overturned on appeal. My goodness, how many bills we'd have to disagree with every court opinion that comes down. What we should be doing, Madam Speaker, is taking up legislation providing a long overdue increase in the federal minimum wage, which has stood at $5.15 per hour since 1997. The longest period of time that we have not raised the minimum wage since Ronald Reagan and George Bush were President of the United States, in which case it was a longer period of time. An estimated 6.6 million, indeed some estimate as many as 18 million people are impacted by the minimum wage. Yes, we are raising this issue now because it's the right thing to do whenever you do it, in whatever forum you do it, at whatever time you do it. It is time that we take people working in America every day, playing by the rules, take them out of poverty. Let's do it now. Give us this opportunity. Give them a chance. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Georgia.